Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jyoti Dogra, and we all know Mercury is in retrograde, and as soon as Mercury becomes retrograde rather than other planets, people just freak out because Mercury is a planet which dominates our communication skills, media and everything, and once it is retrograde, things usually get messed up, right? So today I'm going to tell you, first I'm going to tell you the dates for the retrogrades, and then next I will be telling you some do's and don'ts that you should not be doing and you should be doing when you are in Mercury retrograde. Now these are the dates for Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto retrogrades for this year 2019. So the first retrograde has happened between March 5-6 in the sign of Pisces, and the end date was 28th, and now the retrograde has happened in Cancer, and it will be till July 29th. Here it's 31st. So there is a difference between the Western and the Eastern astrology. I'm talking regarding the Vedic astrology, and people there are people who follow the Western side also, but whatever it is, the effects are always the same, okay? And next time it goes retrograde, that will be October 31st in the sign of Scorpio, and November 20 is when it will become direct, okay? Now what is a Mercury retrograde? This is what basically Mercury retrograde is: a time to reappear, redo things. Sometimes you must have taken a course, then you left it in between, and now you might get an opportunity to go back and complete it. So Mercury retrograde is a time when you redo things, you are doing the things again, maybe this time perfectly, okay? And then this is a time to reflect. You have to reflect in your life regarding your mistakes, your success. This is a time when you will be forced to reflect. I really tell you that right now the phase in my life is that I am reflecting a lot, and I am just trying to make a way for me for future, right? So a lot of reflection is going on in my life, and I hope it is the case in your life too. And then this is a time when you should be rescheduling things, okay? So some of the priorities that you have set already earlier, but now there will be some rescheduling going on, like a lot of plans going here and there, and a lot of rescheduling is required. Then we have reaccess. So you have to reaccess things, then renegotiate. It's all about ours, it's all about doing things again. So this is the time when you have to renegotiate. You must have cracked a deal earlier, but now there's a point that you have to again negotiate with the same person regarding the same thing. That could be the case with friends and family also, that you have to renegotiate on a lot of things. So this is just the time which is we'll be doing all this. And then reconnect is the most scariest part if you don't want to be in touch with your ex boyfriend or girlfriend or ex partner or a friend that you are no longer in touch. So Mercury retrograde is a time when you can get opportunities to reconnect with people from the past with whom you have no contacts in present. So that is there. And then retreat, obviously. Mercury retrograde is not a time to start new projects or signing new contracts. If you are to sign a new contract, it is better that you delay it until the Mercury gets direct, because most of the times what happen is you may sign a contract and it may bring you a loss in future, or you may have a change of plan in future, and then you may have some issues. So this is not the time to sign contracts, okay? It is a time to retreat and reassess everything in life, okay? Reflect what is good, what is bad. Rethink, okay? You have to rethink what are your priorities, what are your goals in life, okay? And you have to just reflect that why some things worked in your life and why some things did not, and how you have to make changes in your life so that the things which did not work can be rectified, okay? You reconsider. Next very important term, reconsider. You have to reconsider a lot of things in your life, whether you need them in your life anymore or not, okay? This is not the time to make any drastic change. This is the time to review things, to recommunicate, to revisit, to retrace, okay? Avoid doing any major changes to your appearance, because some people just go for a hairdo and they come out of the salon like a mess, okay? So this is not the time to make any drastic changes. If you are waiting for a haircut, or maybe a makeup, or maybe some skincare routine or anything. I mean, if a drastic change is there to be done which you are waiting for, you should delay it until Mercury gets direct, okay? And next, Mercury creates a lot of misunderstandings. You may want to say something, but the person is understanding something else. So that's why you have to be very careful with your words. I remember last time Mercury was in retrograde, I had a fight with somebody, and then later I quickly realized that Mercury is in retrograde and I have to, calm myself down, and I have to shut up, because otherwise I'm going to lose that person. I'm going to lose the beautiful bond we have, okay? So it was a very weird, very dear friend, and so that happened. So I quickly realized and I calmed myself. Otherwise, we were on the verge of ending it. So that happens, okay? So you have to be very, very careful with your words, because most of the times you will be misunderstood. If you are to, sign a new contract, you should delay it. If you are to make a big purchase in electronics and communication, you have to delay it. And Mercury retrograde is also a time when you may find that your phone stops working suddenly, your laptop stops working suddenly, your earphones. Electronic gadgets just break out of nowhere. They were working really good, but now they are not. So you have to be very careful with your electronic gadgets also. And if you're traveling anywhere, it's a good idea that you get out of your home a little early. Otherwise, you might miss a flight, okay? You might miss a bus, you might miss a train. So that can happen, okay? Unnecessarily something can happen, and because of that, you might miss going on that journey. So you should be, setting out from your house a little early during Mercury retrograde. And secondly, you should be very, very careful with your documents. You might, forget to take your passport, or maybe your visa, or any other identity proof which is required for it. If you're appearing for any interview, you should be really thorough with your documents. You might miss on carrying a document with you, okay? So that misplaced thing can happen. And Mercury retrograde is also a time when you might find some things that you have misplaced earlier. Maybe you lost a document, and now you might find it out of nowhere, okay? Because it is a time to reconnect, right? You will be reconnecting with a lot of things that has happened in the past, but in the present, some things can go missing. So you have to be very careful, okay? So yeah, that was the do's and don'ts that I felt I should share with you guys. If you find this video helpful, we are still some more days before Mercury gets direct, so be very careful. Plan your Mercury retrograde well. An ex might pop up, an ex-friend might pop up, you might reconnect with old friends. So yeah, all that can happen. So be very, very well prepared for Mercury retrograde. Few more days to go until Mercury gets direct. So follow these do's and don'ts for a peaceful retrograde, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, you guys take care. Bye.